the picture. So a lot of utility now missing for the side of Revenant Esports as they try to set up in towards the site, but they boxed themselves in unknowingly. There's no avenue for them to fight back here, C, and that concerns me because VLT are taking their sweet time to pull together this retake. As now it's on full effect, the flash adopts the sky, but not well enough to set up the close peak from one tap. The trade's instantaneous though, and it's gonna be DEATHMAKER trying to fight back into his lane. Excali finally with a return, but it's Amaterasu to his lane who's made the biggest difference as he finds himself
There's going to be a force from Revenant here. They were able to get the spike down, get a couple of kills as well, and they're gonna rinse and repeat towards this B side. One tap god has started them off with his might and Jockers with yet another, but DEATHMAKER's holding it down. He's only found one though, and that will be the site. The force so far beautifully working out.
What's happening here, CA? Our Pananomium towards this B side, and it's from since the pistol. Hellfighter towards either side of the main. Although their approach has significantly changed this time, displaying a lot of discipline and respect against a team like Revenant. I mean, that's except for DEATHMAKER, who assumed that he had a pick for the taking. Excali, brilliant shot on a one-tap god, and the aggression closed right around the corner. Excali still playing around with his teammates from the back lines. Brilliant. And it's not, Revenant are not getting phased out of the fight. That's what I'm absolutely loving. VLT though yet to bring out their best. Oh, talking about the best! What? Ladies and gentlemen, huge highlight in the making.
Oh, with the lickety flick. MW1 so damn sick. And shuts Revenant down. Now 2v4 on board, and Blackhawk in one tap got an impossible task trying to find the entry. As a man advantage. Upgrade the weapon for Blackhawk, but a lot of utility use, which means they don't have enough for the post plant. Might commit the lockdown.
Oh, lockdown on lockdown. And with neither side having ability to demolish the others, it forces this awkward fight where the defenders have a slight edge as they have just a second of a deficit, but it's Excali round for either side. Gonna be heavily contested. MW1 up close and personal. He's been a menace so far, and he continues to prevail as Revenant still aren't able to put a stop to the Rena rampage that they're feeding into. Hellfighter pretty much gonna play support to MW1, dismisses out of position, and Hellfighter just walks into a bullet. The brilliant flash from MW1 enables him to re-aggress, and Blackhawk just walks into it like it's a booby trap.
Revenant now to shut it down, and with the nightfall they're trying to make their way back into the site that has worked for them the most. The B-side hit coming through, but the hold through for Amaterasu and Excali. They play in the site, in the front, and they challenge Revenant with their absolute might. Completely denied Revenant now with nowhere to go, and now the flank coming through as well. They're stuck just like fish in a barrel, getting shot piece by piece and taken down.
DEATHMAKER with that operator, a Ramis. Although Amaterasu does.
And without those prowlers, the nightfall really just takes away the audio, so they're able to play on the side. That minute adaptation in the minute helping them out, and already though Revenant trying to rinse and repeat on their eco. They picked up one. Excali taken out, leaving Amaterasu with an impossible task. But the backup is coming through. hellff clears one, and Amaterasu able to reposition back to these forward angles to play on site. He shuts down one, and through the flash finds another.
Good stuff from Amaterasu so far, although Josh making things a little more doable if Whimp wants to go berserk. Has himself the sheriff, and has himself the opportunity to contest mid in a round like this. It's gonna be a problematic affair as MW1 opens things off very well for the side of VLT, playing ultra aggressive, and mid control firmly denied for VLT. I mean, for Revenant.
I love this. They're effectively start
outread your opponents, because with that timer they expected change, right? And they brought about change themselves. It at least okay. Talking about change, the odds certainly have, and VLT in the back foot.
User in the back foot, but
he knows.
still
He's baiting
No
this out.
utility, they're just
He's
gonna
baiting
double
this
swing
out.
him and they do exactly
Brilliant.
that! He expects them to do that! 8-3 now, velocity, and Amaterasu managed to pull a crucial one back, and it looks like they will remain in control. DEATHMAKERs shut down the null command, and while they were trying a mid to B, B main shut down, market as well. It might as well just be a massacre ready to play. DEATHMAKERs like, guys, come on, you can't have all the spotlight. Give me some of that as well.
There's Fury to add in the problems, and DEATHMAKER whips out the blades. Up drop, revealing the head of Whimp, but his Hellfighter to claim his life. Josh S. I'm pretty sure shook.
He really comes into play. On the attacking side, on the pistol, they've already picked up this A side for Blackhawk. In the shadows, looking, waiting for his moment.
Excali with the drone. Oh, they spot him late, and they find the kill. Blackhawk. Slight fumble from a position where he could have knitted high value. Quick play though, and one tap god. Quick dink. He makes the ghost very viable CQC, and MW1 now needs to do the same brilliant triple as he looks to finish this with a quad. And the Nanoswarm delaying Josh S. Now Josh has to get a taste of his own medicine.
Imagine if I died.
A double peek, well set up Hellfighter on the white swing. One of the first few times we've seen VLT getting stuck in towards this Excali. Just decapitating one tap. As one tap god gets one tapped by
Velocity. They know to play aggressive. It's all about the choke points, and they make it happen.
and hey, the kind of showing that Revenant had, sure, it might not be what they expected from the get-go, but hey, there is still map 2 and map 3, and we know for Revenant to be a very fluid squad, not only in terms of their ability to play agents but play off each other. So you just gotta hope that a factor like that really does pay its dividends at dire moments like these.
Oh, but hellff, he's found a huge lurk.
What
It's all about him trying to slow it down. He has the star, so he's gonna set up the smoke as well as the pull to ensure he's able to pull it out. Amaterasu using that pull to his advantage, shuts Josh S down, and now that's the advantage. The 4K coming online, and now Amaterasu will hunt towards a shot. But just playing for that contact, playing to deny, playing for that time, knowing that turret will give him all that first kill. Right off the bat, can he get it coming through? Because DEATHMAKER,
Ooh, they read it.
he's going for the aggressive.
Blackhawk quick on the deny. Ching should get a wealth of information on the back of his drone. They're setting up for this quick take towards A, and again, they have that Sage, right? So it's all the more easier for them to force objective. It's all about how VLT can try and play retake. But that hellff and Amaterasu being alive is going to be a huge asset. Amaterasu though bites the dust, and this retake looking darn near impossible as Ching quick on the deny. Set aside to look for any openings. And this time with their late take towards A, it might just feed into VLT's early setup.
Oh,
Nice
but
trade.
MW1 opts to not
Easy.
dismiss. Instead, the bait set up for DEATHMAKER. He's able to find the trade, and just as easily backs right up to find yet another. DEATHMAKER shutting them down, and
Be a close sneak from 410. The very important position that he's trying to play here essentially will be the man who initiates the fight, as he has avenues through both sides of 410, and Hellfighter, a patient
look
backstab.
to get aggressive towards mid early, but as soon as they spot out this B hit, they brought back their point man. DEATHMAKER ready to deny those blades coming online. He finds the
Okay,
burst, pops the
DEATHMAKER.
head off another, and he's hungry for more. He's got his dash back online, triples down as a threat, and just like that, Revenant, they're falling apart.
Hungry for the quad, hungry to feed his
I just
blades.
have a field day. It's all down to one tap god. He has the Empress online, and DEATHMAKER with a slight whiff spots himself
so
out,
nice.
and Revenant, they pounce. One tap and Whimp with a one each. They're going to be able to open up the site, and instantly they take it all apart. And the marginal points, if DEATHMAKER lands that shot, suddenly it's a very different round. But instead, Revenant, they pounce and likely get this one in the back. But hellff, he finds one, and suddenly 2v3 in this round. But now all down to Amaterasu. 1v3. It's
Oh,
extremely
goodness Christ.
difficult, but he lines them up and shuts them down. The plant not done. So closer. Is that recon spot? None? Oh my lord, the timing.
Excali facing the brunt of the Revenant frontline, and it's MW1 who stands a good chance of ripping them to pieces. The Hunter's Fury from Ching, not gonna rat out the position of MW1 on the dismiss. Man's being an absolute menace. It's all on the Blackhawk and Ching, and they've come from the same angle of attack. MW1 inching closer and closer towards his next prey, anticipating the position of Blackhawk based on the reload of Ching. No, Ching! Oh, what? He still finds the double!
I have the spike.
Unbelievable! Ching clawing his way back. He's been the savior
He was
for
still trying to
Revenant.
force it all the way through.
And DEATHMAKER's position revealed now puts him in a tough position, without a doubt. And Ching, quick to put him out of his disposition. Amaterasu does have himself the lockdown, so oh no, Excali really shouldn't have given that away, and this could be very well spammed down. Amaterasu needs to protect those with his life, but he ends out going despite of it. No, out of the equation.
Hellfighter now in a 1v3, and it's not his world he's playing in. It's his mirrors, the
Wide
white
swing.
speed coming online, but the wide swing from Hellfighter to shut Josh's down. Still 1v2 with the plant done. Utility available here for Hellfighter to
Nice
play
shot.
to that arena, but it's more like one and you're done.
Everybody from Revenant just waiting to pounce. 30 seconds on the clock, so timing is very much of the essence. And a brilliant Hunter's Fury from Ching. Finds a little bit of information but no confirmation, and VLT fight back strong. Like you said, MW1 being the cheeky demon that he is, consistently being a threat for Revenant Esports, and they're simply not able to fight back. It's yet again on Ching, and his heroics
Deny the
are
plant. Revenant though
simply
this time much faster on the execute, trying to come through. It's again DEATHMAKER to shut them down. They will still be able to get the plant through though. Oh no!
Spike down B.
disaster.
Time
And it
lost
strikes
the lead in
thrice.
Standing.
No! Revenant Esports, despite having everything going in their favor to get the wall down, get the plant.
one, and they should be able to get the plant, but it's all down to that Empress. One tap guard has come online.
Enemy tag.
All about the kind of space that Ching was able to create, and his team now needs to make good use of it. Whimp, firm on the deny, Hellfighter not able to aggress through tubes. Cover lacking for VLT, but frags are plenty, leaving Blackhawk all alone in the Viper's Pit. If there's one thing that makes this doable, it's the Viper's Pit, and Amaterasu knows how to play around it.
For the front aggressive push, but now Velocity able to stack up the sites, and the drone only clearing towards Sandwich. One tap guard is still able to find value. There's still a 3 stack of VLT though,
Gosh.
and it's through the ropes that they catch him out, sliding their way through. Revenant, they managed to pick out a couple, but Amaterasu burns them all down with those nano souls coming into play. Hellfighter now on the flank to deny this Viper. It's his 1v1 that might just decide the round, because the Resurrect has come through on site. They will get the
No.
plant. And Hellfighter able to win it out. So 2v3.
At the minimum, trade each other out. Makes this much more of a doable round. Hellfighter on the aggression, not able to find the better one-tap guard. With the pistol, DEATHMAKER's only good for one.
Hellfighter needs to be that lurking presence to give them that secondary option, but it's easier said than done. His lurk option shut out, and MW1 found as well. And while DEATHMAKER does find the trade, he's taken out. And that means Revenant, they're ensure that they cut out the site. But Amaterasu, he's got a nice look towards mid, and the timing for a Hellfighter, he's managed to sneak in. Oh my god.
Who's gonna clear whom? Oh, Josh
on.
spots him! Hellfighter. He tried his very best to clear every other angle. Boy, I feel for him.
One enemy
Cali's the only one in any
Ooh.
proximity
down B.
to do anything, and he's denied firmly as well. Any guns that they take out of their hands is gonna be immensely valuable. I think MW1's leg should have just been spotted by the edge of his screen. Although Ching with the Marshall holds on
One enemy
very best of his abilities. 2 guns down. If Blackhawk is able to make this 3, it's still a decent round, all things said and done.
planted.
Yeah. It's all about what damage Blackhawk is able to do here. If he's able to take yet another weapon, I'd say a successful round. And he has a double snake bite, so he's able to get back in
Wow.
time. Can play
Unbelievable.
now on the post plant.
He has the opportunity here to bite time alongside Amaterasu. And it's DEATHMAKER who needs to make quick work out of the Revenant retake. The wall needs to be spammed down. The half defuse, not stuck. Whimp gets off it, but for good reason. They take the aim deals as it comes, and Revenant Esports are able to
deny them altogether. Setting up the
Viper
Viper split
split.
as well. It seems like Velocity, they're just falling apart.
Everyone just lies in wait. So low HP, could be spammed. No, Blackhawk lets his teammate die. MW1 on the re-aggression denied. 2 versus 4. And Excali cannot stand the test of time. Did Hellfighter use
all of their
ultimate?
backs turned against them. Now he's going to
Perfect.
be quiet. Like a snake inched their way ever so closer as VLT tried to shut him down. The dismiss to spot out yet another. The lure to blind him out, and it doesn't matter at this point because they managed to spread the defenders apart, but still piece by piece
What does?
give away the duels,
Somewhat
and they're getting
does.
shut down. The flank expected, and DEATHMAKER now left on his lonesome.
Not like this!
Warranty, they shut them out, and
With Josh not taking the aggressive peek from elbow towards hookah, Whimp was at a minor problem position. Wait, what? Josh actually died to the dog? Alright, that's surprising. Whimp finding 2 surprising as well. The trades, in a matter of seconds, and you might have missed it. One tap got close with his teammate, not able to make that conversion work though. Puma chases him out of hookah, but still in position to take down next with each other. One tap god, anticipating the peak. MW1 so low. Either side could win this out, and MW1
holding down, but they're quite separated. They can't play off of each other. Just individual fights, and it's one and done. But they make sure that
working.
instead Velocity is done.
The man advantage, and Whim needs to hold on for dear life for rotations. Excali straight up poppins him. Doesn't dictate the fight as much as he'd like, but he still ends up getting away with it. Excali! A thief amongst the night!
He shuts down Whimp. And now Velocity will regroup on that point, but Revenant are holding their positions down. The crossfire set up towards his A site, and Blackhawk, he finds a crucial one. The bull as
Beautiful
well
job.
to help out Josh. He'll make sure it's almost a double. He whiffs it out, DEATHMAKER. While he does get traded, he's opened up the site.
30
Potentially
seconds
an
left.
opportunity here for MW1 to clutch it out, but he doesn't have a lot of time. Neither does he have a lot of space. Can choose to TP out, but the smoke, it fades away. And instead, he spots Josh out. He's gonna try to push that orb back, but it doesn't happen. The orbital strike committed though, but Velocity, it's them who pay the price. Whimp and Ching with 1 each, and Hellfighter lost on the other side. Velocity now gonna commit to B. It's all down to one tap god, but then Showstopper, it completely fades out, and now that fade with the Nightfall. Velocity, they get the sight. One tap god's rocket. It will not find any light. Aye, aye, aye.
DEATHMAKER still finds
That's gotta
Josh. Straight up choo-choo, man. Thomas the tank engine was not disappointed. Well, Whimp, surely he will not fail to impress us, would he? He had the element of surprise. He had timing. Now he should have support well on its way. And Whimp still able to hold the front lines and the spike. The Rolling Thunder is going to play on the back of that flash. Yeah, they've not opted to peek just yet. The stun set up brilliantly and the utility used diligently. Well played.
If after all this they pull out an 8-4, it would be absolutely humongous. This time on the aggressive play,
Oh,
the
goodness.
VS coming through, but they find both a double. Blackhawk coming through for the trade as well, and Velocity, they're getting absolutely shut down.
Finally.
A brilliant change of pace.
And ingenuity as well. That's done on the astral well with the double satchel movement. Everything that they needed to find success. And the utility dump for Hellfighter. As Josh
Process is
sits
up though,
and
it is
waits.
pushed back, and both of these players completely split apart, meaning Ching, he's gonna have to make his stand, and he most certainly does. A 1-for-1 though, valuable for Velocity as they're able to translate
The
that
nade!
into area trade. For the nade, it completely splits them apart and ensures that they're not able to recover the spike. Now Velocity, as the attackers, they're gonna have to recalibrate and re-push together, but DEATHMAKER, he's taken out. It's all down to Hellfighter on his flank. He's got to make this count.
Amaterasu needs to make this one wait.
One
Hellfighter bites the oh, he gets the double! Showstopper out in hand! Dodged by Hellfighter, however. One time got playing the off angle, the Satu movement terminating towards elbow, but the play from Blackhawk is going to be all important because it allows Revenant to fight back. The utility though is
30
set to a
seconds left.
brilliance. What? What? Josh S!
Josh S, he lights them up.
Unbelievable! You talk about brilliance, man comes up with the PhD. as he executes them as cold as a doctor would. Josh S. All he needs to do is play time. He's got his side control, however. Plant not in any position to be denied. And one tap god actually finds the opening on Amaterasu, who was caught slacking. Luckily, MW and Excali quick on the trade though, but Josh S yet again with the double. Unbelievable. One tap god straight up. Hadouken peaks Hellfighter. And it's all on DEATHMAKER all of a sudden.
Hadouken. One more Hadouken?
I don't think so. We've had our share of Hadouken. Okay, yeah, genius. They've got side control, but little do they know Lamps is far from clear. Amaterasu still proving that he's a viable threat on even such low HP. Although finally the fights go the way of Revenant. And it boils down to the 2 versus 2. Trying to force the TP play over here. Or at least they were. As now they regroup. Not for long though. It's all on a black.
Set up for the clutch of a century. Here's them coming out from short and they're not gonna expect him. Sees them with the back.
Not like this!
Hold on. The crossfire setup towards a shot might be the
Whimp
end
hears
of
it.
Revenant because they're heading towards it. Whimp hears MW1, but his game sense making sure he's expecting this cubby presence.
Yes,
The
he
judge
does.
though might still pan out. It was that double judge crossfire, but they're not
But the
able
double.
to shut them down. The double is not enough though, OG, because they guess the ends now to make sure they pull out every single round. It is the broken buy here for Velocity, but that shorty in you holes. It works out in time. The boom bot gets Excali, but Excali is able to get one. And Velocity with yet another. It's Josh S to pull back the lead. Now the Orbital Strike available for Velocity to set up the retake, but so is the Rolling Thunder to deny the defuse. But DEATHMAKER, he catches Blackhawk out, and now the defuse coming through. The Rolling Thunder not able to deny in time. The half still comes through. So it's all down to Josh S. He's coming through from the side. And the Astral Cosmic Divide will fade just in the nick of time.
Beautiful shot.
Through it, he moves it, shuts one them down. Josh is the star
He gets
player,
another
looking
one.
for more, finds another for
You push,
MW1.
I end up pushing right on your contact. And VLT, they end up coming out of that entire affair with that man advantage, sure. But they need to make sure they try and deny positioning and objective. Beautiful job by MW1. Knows that he has a perfect window of opportunity on the deny. It's all falling apart. Where it felt like victory lane was just a couple of steps away. VLT, they paved the path of roses filled with thorns, as it feels like almost a heartbreak in poetic fashion for Revenant.
Oh,
Map, match.
bit of indecision there. Might just work out because he does back off, dodges out all the util, but is not
But he's
able
blind
to
as a
take
bat.
the shot. Blinded out, they push him back, and still though Excali able
What?
to hold on because all of that util dumped just for DEATHMAKER. Revenant don't actually get the sight, and now the spike dropped away. Revenant relying on the Cosmic Divide to get themselves in, but Excali in a great position.
They regressed again.